I grew up in the region, so I love Chicago, and I like tying Chicago things into my curriculum. I have a very, very small family. My mom is an only child. My dad has a brother, but we have dogs and cats, so those are our immediate siblings in the household. But then I have nieces and nephews. I have 8 total, so I get to spoil them. I like photography. I like baking. Halloween, I go crazy with my pumpkin carving. I like doing crafty things like that. College, I went to Valparaiso University, again in the region. My master's degree is local here from Purdue. I originally wanted to teach junior high math. I had a teacher that, I'll start crying. His name was Mr. Tarandi, and we called him Mr. T. And he was there for us. He was a great math teacher. There was the math connection, but he was a good listener. And I think that is such a valuable tool. I think it's a needed tool, more so now than ever before. My first year I taught 6th grade, and then they said you'll be in 5th grade. And I never thought I would want that, but oh, how much I love it. I always think that if you can find that interest, that hobby, that love, then that spurs on their desire to want to learn and better themselves. We go to the dunes, and this one student, he's pretty quiet, but he fell in love with rocks, and now that's all we bond over, rocks and fossils and things like that. And you know, you never know. I never went in thinking I was going to be a millionaire, but that's the goal. That is the goal, because if you can turn a child on to a different subject or topic and watch them dig deeper for information, that's really interesting. I know some of the things we've done outside of school. We helped with the frogs that were downtown, the pigs. We get involved with all those things because I think once they can see how they can use talents in different ways, and they feel more important. And we even helped with our local cemetery over here too. We helped clean graves of the World War I soldiers, and they were learning about them, and they actually gave presentations to the public that showed up. And they did a great job, and they feel so important, and I think that's sometimes more important than just, they used books to research, but going out and sharing it to different audiences, I think is really important. The people that you work with, again, that you get to do things with outside of school, and you share all these common experiences with, they carry you through. And there are days when you will go home crying for good or crying for awful stuff, but yeah, without their support, and even for sharing ideas and that, I think that's so much a neat experience when you can bounce ideas off of others and know what's helped and what hasn't helped with some other students. So that's always good. I just think we live in a great community here, and the teachers and just the community, everyone cares about education. I've had students that come by and tell me that, you know, you've made a difference in my life, and that's really nice. And it's nice to have this award from the community, just saying we recognize that. And it's a hard profession, but it's worth a lot. Anytime I thought about, you know, what else could I do, should I do, it always brings me back to teaching.